channel. We have here a small farm in the west part of Iceland, and in this episode I want to talk about how we keep our cows clean. Now, clean cows is the key to any successful dairy industry, and it is essential for clean milk for our consumers, but also, and I would argue more important, it keeps our cows healthy. And we have a couple of ways to keep them clean. Some we do regularly, and others we do every day. And then we have also a robot that is working all day, every day, to keep our floors clean. As you can see here, you can only see a few spots on the floor where the cows have pooped. And that's because the robot just went over here and drove over, pushed all the poo and the manure down in between the slats and put water over. What we as the farmers do is we have to be vigilant and regular to visit our barn to clean their stalls, to make sure they're clean. That's what we do every day, at least twice a day. That's the bare minimum, and usually we do it 4 or 5 times. The sawdust is here to keep it dry, and then even you see here there's some dirt. This dirt is just dry. That is key, to dry up the dirt. So even if it gets on their feet, it gets on their tits, it is dry, so it just breaks off. And if you can see here on their tits, it's clean, and clean, and clean. So ideally, we don't want our robot to clean anything, because they should be clean before they get here. And what he does with his cleaning apparatus that he holds in his claws is basically just rinse the tits and get their hormones ready to release the milk from the udders into the tits. Now this brown one there with the stripes, she is quite nervous regularly, so as soon as I stand up, she's going to start to panic a little bit. No? Alright, that's nice. But generally she is quite nervous. Yeah, she does not want me to go near her. As I've said before, this is an Icelandic breed. They are a little more wild than what people are used to in other regions of Earth, I would say. So here we have our robot for cleaning. He has a rubber underneath him. You can see it just at the end there in the middle. And he essentially just drives around. He has some issues there. Usually he gets out of them eventually. But he is programmed just through an app on our phone to go over all the floors and slats. And before and after he sprays water. So when the poo hits the blades, it's more malleable to go straight down. We can just go through here. Now generally when I walk through here, I don't want to disturb the cows. But when they have done this, pooped, and then laid into it, we would like them to stand up so I can clean it, both the stall, and then I would also like to clean it. So this is a possibility. When this happens, don't go away, dear. Just, it's better that I do it than if I let it stay. bit of a pickle here. These two here, they're quite fresh. What dairy cows are considered. I think they've been milking for close to 2 months. So maybe we'll just move here and see if they don't want to get out of the way. Come. Now this is how he works. There's not much for him to do, but you can see here difference. This is where he went over before, and this is what he's going to go over now. And you can see he goes over, and you can maybe hear the slopping sound, and it's clean. This is one of the ways we keep our cows clean. This is the last thing that keeps the cows clean. This does not affect their udders or the cleanliness of the milk in any way, but it does keep them nice and shiny on the top here. So the third thing here, what we do here at the farm, is that we cut this off from the tails, and we clean the hairs on the udders. And the difference can be seen here. As you can see here, her tail is clean, and there are no long hairs sticking out. So these are actually, this is the mother, and this is the daughter. The daughter is on her second calf, and the mom is on her fourth, I think. One set of twins in there also, so she has never quite managed to milk the amount that her daughter is producing. Her daughter is quite effective milker. Only sad thing is she's quite small. I don't know if you can notice if this cow would stand up, she would dwarf her. Now let's finish our rounds. We've got a couple of spots to go. I'm going to let the robot clean her. I need to speed up a little bit actually. Make the robot cleaner, and before he puts the milkers on, I'm actually going to clean her udders, and then right there I'm going to put the camera up so we can see when I cut her tails and stuff. Because I had a camera man with me here the other day, or a woman, my girlfriend, before she went back to France for studies, and we shot some footage right here because it would have been too tricky for me alone to do so. So we'll have footage from a different cow than this one. Press P for parking. It's just like any other vehicle. Right now, press P, and the arm will go into resting position. This is going to be about cleaning hairs on cows, making sure they're all clean, making sure that there's no sawdust or anything short coming with the milk when they're being milked. And it's a big priority for all farmers. So, to begin with, I am lucky enough to have this area around my robot so that I can stand, so I don't have to be in the same height level as the cow. And this one is pretty nice, so we can just stop. This is to make sure that, because in our stalls when they lay down, to keep them clean and dry, we put sawdust. And sawdust has a tendency of sticking with the hairs. So this just keeps everything nice and clean. Also, there's a chance that their feet might be a little bit dirty, and when they lay down, they kind of can touch their udders sometimes. And there's less chance of anything getting stuck on the udder. So it is cleaner and healthier for both the udder and the milk that comes out. But this is essentially what we do with all of them around the others. Some are crazier than others, some are sensitive, they don't like this, they're ticklish. Others are like, I have no feeling like here, it's okay. You can see she's dripping milk, so it's about time we milk her. And I'm just going to let the robot do its job, and maybe we'll catch a video of that as well. Hey, take the video of this as well. Excellent speed and amount. This one gave birth to like a month and a half ago, and you can see this unit is grams per minute, so every minute there's like 1.3 kilos coming out of this tit alone. These ones are similar, little less, and yeah, she's like an angel most days. Keep everything nice and clean. Grab the tail at the very end. Start the machine. Go all the way up. She lifts her tail up a little bit. She like she didn't like it. She didn't like it. The tail would be down here or moving very fiercely from side to side. It's really that easy to keep the cows clean, and I mean, farmers obviously have their black sheeps as well, but almost every single one of us wants the best for our cows, and this is one way to do it. Obviously they're not mindless beasts and they do not like being locked up like that, but for the short minute it took to clean her, and the pleasure it's going to give her for the next few months, it's totally worth it. Also, she's free now, she's not locked, and she's just staying there and eating. It wasn't that bad, but obviously they're not mindless beasts, so they don't like it. I have another cow incoming. I've already finished her udders. They're in a robot because it's nice and easy to do it there. It's open. There you go. Just go right around there. Now, even though this one is quite old and her legs are not what they used to be, this one is the oldest, or the second oldest. My apologies. Bella, who's it? Put it from. The dog's in the way. The oldest one is actually over there with the dry cows, getting ready for her 7th or 8th calf. Now, I have done this cow, I believe, before, so we can open here. I haven't totally finished up here. You can see this guy needs how to say it. This is moved with air to make a big noise, because it needs to be strong enough for cows. Made a big mistake. That's not locking things up here. My Bella farðu frá. The dog is trying to help, but but doesn't know how. And then the next one goes in like this, preferably. Some of the young ones aren't that easy. They panic way more than the older ones, because the older ones, they're used to it. The younger are not as calm and easy usual. Like, there's more chance of it. And I'm going to do the same with this one, just clean the tails and stuff. The younger ones like that, you can see 722 and 702, while that one is 518. And I think there is about 7 years in age difference. She's in January or February of 2014. And sure, she feels a little bit old, but she's 2 years older than the one we just did before, so that she's doing pretty well. But as I was saying, with the younger ones, obviously they're just younger and they don't know what's happening, so they panic way more when we're doing stuff like that. But as a general thing, I've done around 35 cows in the robot, and I am literally standing down there with my head in between their 2 feet. They could easily kick me, and I've done quite a few of the younger ones, and I haven't had a kick yet. So they must like it at some point. It's just, to finish up with the tails and stuff, they have to be in the headlock and the whole thing, and that kind of panics them out for a few seconds, and then they can enjoy the next couple of months without a lot of dirt on their tails, and it doesn't itch as much and all of the stuff. Like, some of the younger ones, they have more hair than the older ones, and when you finish cleaning them, they start to run around and they just shake all their body like this, and they go, "Ah!" I've one like that I have to do. She's not going to like it when I do it, because she's been running a lot lately, because she's been in heat. That's the English word for it, heat. And she's really sweaty, and when that happens, the hair kind of, how do I say it? It's like, it gets sticky, and the machine, when it's doing that, is it tugs on the hairs. Like, it's not the best thing in the world. But when finished, again, it's nice for them. And that's what we do, every day, and then a couple of times a day, and then every once in a while. Around 2 times a year we clean the tails, except if someone grows an extra amount of hair somehow, or is like an extra dirty. That can happen. They can have a week with where the poop is more, should we say, fluid, and that can get them way more dirty than they should be at that time of year. So when that happens, if that happens, we deal with it. And yeah, I'll continue finishing the list. I have a list with all the cows, and I'm hoping to finish it by the end of the week, because I only do them when they're in the rowboat, because that's so much better for the back. Bending over a cow like that with the machine at hand, I just want you to imagine it, because in this angle, and I'm trying to do something under here, it's not nice. Sure, I can do it with one cow, and probably even 10, 50 something if you don't want to do it. Also, by the way, if you're doing that with the heifers, they will kick you. I'm making you a promise. They will kick you, and it's not good enough. Anyway, thank you for watching from this small dairy farm, the western part of Iceland. Big thank you from me and my dog, Fella. Hi. Yeah.